Okay, people, I'm back with this is back to MPEG-1 format. This next video, I'm not really sure what I'm going to talk about. But last video I was talking about doctors and stuff. This video, I could just go on about other stuff. I do still have, and it is uncomfortable to sit like this and hold this mic and like this and use, but basically, there's all kinds of stuff going on. I could do a rap, but I'm not even in the mood to do that. So I'm just gonna talk and talk and talk on this. So what is the topic today? People gotta give me topics and stuff. Write in the comments on this, right? Like for our next topic, write a topic, and I will, as long as I'll discuss whatever it is. I don't care. Give me a topic, and I'll discuss it. Now, this video I'd like to discuss. I don't know. I have some ideas, but so let's discuss being vegan. There's or something else. I don't know. Okay, girl. It's alright. We're going to discuss today. What is the topic of the day for today? I wonder. What should it be? Well, let's talk about crazy stuff today. Let's talk about, I don't know. I keep coming up with things and then, being afraid to talk about them. So, because some of our extreme would sound extremely crazy at first. I not really sure about what topic to discuss today, but I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. So let me just talk about what was the rest of my day going to be like. Well, I have after I do a bunch more of these videos, maybe I'll just relax after this one. Maybe I'll make a bunch more. But one of the videos that I have to do today is to re-record. I don't know how am I gonna do that. It's gonna have to be. Okay. I'm just thinking out. One of my last videos, the sound didn't come out perfect, so I gotta put it on stereo if I can, which I now realize is a little bit more difficult. Although I could run another amplified system and see if that helps. Basically, what am I doing for the rest of the day? Aside from recording videos and online stuff, well, not much. That's going to take up most of my day. I have my archive list that I have to get organized. This stuff is like, it takes a day to organize it, or a week, or a month. But once it's organized, it's like, things are getting more efficient. So I'm working towards better and better systems, more and more efficient systems. And so it's just a simple equation to say that as long as you get this much better all the time, then you're extending the time that you have. It's just like with life extension. As long as every 20 years you can extend it another 20 or whatever, you break even. So I'm trying to, if you could do it as a percentage, as a 200%, should be 2,000%, or 200, or even double it, 200% increase the rate of, that's doubling it every every time. So you're actually, instead of just having 20 years every 20 years, you'll have 24, 20, 40, 80, etc. So my rate of system advance is sort of like there's a lot of factors that go into it, so there's no real set rate. But in general, I try to, generally get more and more efficient and do more and more things at the same time. So use less equipment, less wires, less things, and do more with less stuff. Which requires I've recently come to realize that for me right now, it's, anyways, I was going to say that it requires certain things, electronic gear and whatnot, but, certain advances and things that I don't even know about actually help me a lot, so, yeah, or that I'm not directly aware of or able to really comprehend as such. So, what am I doing here today? Well, after my online tasks will take more than today, so I have to eventually know when to just basically give up on whatever I'm working on, which is, it sucks to have to do that. I like to just work things through, but, when I realize, okay, if I work it straight through, it'll not only take me the rest of this day, but it'll take me the rest of the next couple days. So, or whatever, I'll be up all night, and then the next day I'll be sleeping, so it'll ultimately take up the next couple days. So, different things like that, I have to just, put things on hold. I had a microtape. I'll record, of course, it's all computer stuff, man, because after I make this and convert the other video, and then do my lists, or do some of my lists, then I wanted to do my samples. I wanted to take a shower today, which it looks like is not going to happen. I gotta sweep the floor, do the litter box. I gotta, check my germination on the plant. I've gotta do things. So basically, the idea of the plants is to be able to. I've genetically modified them without, altering. Yeah, I've altered their epigenomes, but I'm not really. Everything's going to alter their epigenomes and mine, and those are affected by every little thing anyway. So what I'm doing is not genetically modifying them as in a laboratory or, splicing their DNA or something. I'm actually just, by selectivity, we actually try to get the plants, because they're already genetically modified, and at least that way, if not in a lab, the seeds that you get from like Walmart, which is where I got mine, because I can't afford to pay $200 or whatever, and $150 or whatever, or $100 and whatever, and again, doing a credit card, to get them off Survival Seed Bank, which is the ideal place, as far as I know. So there's that. I'm trying to filter out. I want to make a filter that doesn't require a filter, like a carbon filter or whatever, to filter fluoride out of the water and metals and stuff out of the water. I know they sell them, but my idea is to invent one that doesn't use a chemical filter. Obviously, when you have a water filter, the water filter isn't good forever. It runs out because it uses a chemical filter within the filter that filters out, and you have to change the filter within the filter for the entire filter to keep working over a year or whatever. Or it actually doesn't even go by time, it goes by how much water you've used to filter with. So, anyways, point is that those are some things. If I can get enough plants, as far as I've had plants in the past, so I've gotten a little experience about it. But I have a little experience with them, so I know a little, but not particularly potato. I mean, tomato plants and stuff. So not like food plants. So this is a different experience, and my idea is to have a small space like a closet and be able to live in there comfortably. Um, just enough space to stretch, like a size of a jail cell. Now, I'm planning to go to jail, but I'm planning to be able to live in a space like that. So even though I'm in a room now, I was in a room before, and before that, and even technically for basically my whole life, I've lived out of a single room, where the homeowners were my parents or my mom, dad, or anyone else. I was really, limited. It's not my house, So I said, basically all but learned to live out of my room. Especially in these recent years where I've been, literally living in a room and by renting a room at a stranger's houses. Anyways, I'll be in an apartment soon. My own apartment for the first time, and I'll have my own sort of house, which would be an apartment, but still. I actually prefer an apartment because there's other people around. So yeah, an so I'll have that, and even when I have that, I'm going to have, if it has like a big closet, I might even try to move in there. I'm sure it won't have a closet big enough for what I'm talking about, but basically a 10 by 10 or an 8 by 10 space. Basically a room, but a 10 by 10 max, basically room, and be able to have the maximum, amount of things there, which I'm realizing more and more how impractical it really is. But to at least be the most efficient with that space. So, and you can always be more efficient. So, if I could just be at least, more and more efficient with that little space, then it doesn't matter what size space I have that's bigger, because, I'll be able to utilize it as such. So, anyways, so as far as plants, I like to have, enough plants to live off completely. There was a time when all I ate was ramen noodles, and I survived off, at times one ramen noodle a day. Maruchan brand. And that was was when I survived off. I slept most of those days because I was simply hungry and I would dream about food and stuff. So, the plan is to grow as much food. So I know I can live off, if I have all these veggies and stuff, I know it's going to be enough to at least survive on. Maybe be malnourished, but survive on. So my plan is to be nourished and have enough food to not only keep me alive, but nourished, and not have to eat anything else. So I'll save money on groceries, and it'll put oxygen in the air, and there's just so many reasons. Everybody should be doing that, what I'm trying to do. So I'll be right back.